Welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic, and this is another episode of Road to Dune. So there's a couple of pieces of new news that came down about the Dune film. So one piece is kind of old and it slipped under my radar, so I'll talk about that first, and then the newest piece. Dune reboot expected to add Blade Runner 2049 costume designer Renee April. Dune fans are excited to see what Blade Runner 2049 director Denis Villeneuve will bring to his new adaptation film for Legendary Pictures. There is a sense of detail and care Denis brings to his project, which we hope includes a massive undertaking, as Dune will be considering the source material from Frank Herbert's novels. And that just goes over summarizes the plot of the book, and then it goes on and talks more about the production. Prep seems to be coming along, as we have learned of a new crew hiring for the forthcoming production. Blade Runner 2049 and arrival costume designer Renee April is now expected to make a reunion of sorts with Villeneuve on Dune. Her fantastic craftsmanship and attention to costuming detail are apparent in the varying futuristic costumes seen in the visually stunning Blade Runner sequel. And that just goes on to talk about that Dune will be filming in Budapest, Hungary, and probably beginning around March of next year. And just kind of talks about the casting choices that's already been announced, stuff I've already covered in my videos. So this is Renee April, and I did a little bit of research on her, and I found out that she was the costume designer on a few films that I really like, but one in particular is The Fountain. I don't know if anyone watching this has seen The Fountain, but I personally really like it. I know it's probably not one of those films that would appeal to everyone, but I really enjoy this film, and I have it in my DVD collection that I've watched it quite a few times. And also she worked on, of course, Blade Runner 2049, which I really liked that movie, and the costumes in that were really good and really captured the essence of the original Blade Runner film. So now there's that piece of news. So I'll go on to talk about the newest piece of news that have come out about this film. Denis Villeneuve's Dune reboot hires Dunkirk Dark Knight stunt coordinator. Director Denis Villeneuve certainly blew us away with his recent science fiction outings, Arrival and Blade Runner 2049. His next project, Dune, has us foaming at the mouth in anticipation. The remake is said to be closer to the books, and there had been rumblings of shooting two films back to back with a slight jump in time in the story between them. It's an ambitious project, as even someone as talented as David Lynch couldn't make it work with his 1984 version, which was critically panned and became a legendary box office flop. There are still lots of things to marvel over, such as costumes and production design in Lynch's film, which was a pretty big deal back in the time. So it just again summarizes the book. Then it goes on to say Villeneuve has even gone as far to call Dune Star Wars for adults, so he's going to have to back that up with some serious production design and visually stunning storytelling. His work on Blade Runner 2049 sort of gives him the benefit of a doubt, as he's proven his ability to play in a science fiction sandbox and make it his own, while also expanding upon it. Hence our excitement to tackle the Dune saga, if it's able to move forward as a franchise, totally reliant on box office returns. Dune is indeed well into the pre-production stages ahead of its shoot next year, and we've discovered another talented crew member has been added to the ranks. HN Entertainment has learned that seasoned stunt coordinator Thomas Struthers has joined the crew of Denis Dune reboot for Legendary Pictures. Struthers' impressive credits include The Dark Knight, Inception, Dunkirk, X-Men, First Class, The Dark Knight Rises, Terminator Salvation, John Carter, Batman Begins, Munich, and Blood Diamond. And then it just goes on to talk about the, talks about older news, just who's been cast and where the movie's going to be shooting and stuff like that. So this is Thomas Struthers, and most of the movies that they listed there I've seen, and they're all fairly good, so this is pretty good news. I mean, this isn't huge news. I know most people want to hear about who's going to be the actors and stuff like that, but still, it's giving you an idea of how this movie is shaping up and the kind of talent that's going to be behind it. So I think this movie is going to be really, really good. I'm really got my hopes up for this film. Now, he worked on The Dark Knight Rises, and, you know, I enjoyed the Nolan Batman films, with the exception of I still like The Dark Knight Rises, but it wasn't nearly as good as the other first two movies in the Batman trilogy, but it was okay, and it has some, like, storytelling problems, but the stunts and stuff were pretty good. So all this news is pretty exciting, and it really gives you an idea how this movie is shaping up. It's kind of interesting that he took a bit of a shot at Star Wars there, Denis Villeneuve, saying that Dune was going to be Star Wars for adults. I have kind of given up on Star Wars. I've always been a big Star Wars fan, but just after, I don't really like all the creative decisions Disney's been making with Star Wars. So it's kind of like a dead horse to me now that Disney is beating, and I've lost faith in that franchise. So I'm hoping this is going to be a big thing, and I hope it does work out, and I hope it does have that box office appeal. It's kind of a tough call, because Star Wars has that mass appeal to a large audience. It's designed to appeal to a large audience, where Dune really isn't. So if it can pull that off, I don't know, but I think it's going to be a great movie. I'm going to like the movie. I'm pretty sure I'm going to really enjoy this movie, but I don't know if it's going to have that mass appeal. A lot of people will probably go see the movie and just not get it, because it is kind of an odd storyline and a lot of stuff going on there, and, you know, a very strange world. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification when new videos are uploaded.